Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. How you doing today? What's up, everyone? Today we're going to see some video fit in different states of corruption. Enjoying the film, the video.
California trying to make money off rich college students, and then in an act of retaliation for exposing their corruption, they threatened to arrest me for filming on a public sidewalk.
Yeah, they don't keep anybody safe. That's why they come out here to do traffic stops. It's not even their jurisdiction. But what they'll do is they'll use the California certified peace officer excuse to come out here and do traffic stops because they can pretty much go anywhere in the state and do police work. The only reason why, and another one. Look at that, another one pulling up. They got nothing better to do but come out here, do traffic stops. This is not LAPD, this is campus cops. Where's the tape?
Huh?
Where's the tape?
What's that?
Where is the tape?
I'm asking you to stand over.
No, where's the tape at? I'm not interfering. Where's your tape at? No, you're obstructing my ability to do a First Amendment audit. Where's the tape at? I'm a First Amendment auditor. I do this all around. This is not my first rodeo. What is your name and serial number? Okay, I can stand here and film. You cannot make me go back. Where's the tape at? You see how dirty they are? You see how dirty they are? Matter of fact, I'm going up to the Hollywood station right now to write up 3 other cops. I guess I'm gonna have to write this person up. I don't know who he's messing with. I'm standing here filming. I'm not interfering with their investigation, so he has no authority to sit here and tell me where I can stand. These are dirty individuals. They're racist, and oh, you are racist.
Can I help you?
Oh, no, I was talking to ticket. You guys be my friend.
Okay, you can wait over there. I'll talk to you in a second when Harvey's done.
Yeah, I don't want to bother you guys.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
I was actually on the way to the Hollywood station right now and ran across this, so I had to come down here and videotape this, y'all. These are corrupt individuals, and I guess I'm gonna have to write these people up next. So what they'll do is they'll come out here because they want to use the CPO excuse to try to boost their numbers. That's why they'll come out here to do this, because they want to get their numbers boosted up, because this is not even their jurisdiction. Yeah, I'm completely against campus cops. This is exactly why I'm against campus cops. Yeah, I wasn't even gonna be cop watching here. I was gonna go up to Hollywood. Have more cops coming over here
Why are you in Florida?
because I want to.
What do they do to you? Are they harassing you?
Yep, I gotta go up to the Hollywood station here in a little bit to write up 3 other cops. But people trying to question me why I'm filming because I want to. Because I absolutely want to.
Wow. Amazing. Yep. He haven't watched the tape. He is public sidewalk. Good for him. Hey Lolis, how you doing?
Shut the fuck up, a bunch of animals down there screaming. I said, because if I tell them to shut the fuck up, what's the next thing that's going to happen? There's 8 of them fucking arguing about a score of a basketball game or someone's shoes.
TV channel.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. If I tell them to shut the fuck up and someone turns around and tells me, what are you going to do about it? I got to do something. So I'm aware, right? So defund the police. Go ahead, defund the police, then call them. How about that? How about you don't get to call the police if you voted to defund the police, and fuck you.
Yeah, and then what?
I mean, I'm serious.
And I think
I'm serious.
And I'm with you. And I think, and they're going.
That's for fucking real.
Yeah, no.
You voted to defund them. You don't get the Trump card. You don't get to call the police. Is that good? Are we good?
I think that would be good.
That's fine.
Because
and I'm good with that.
And I am too, because I think that's the only way that it will change. I think that's the only shot it will change.
Yeah. Did you get your shot? Your COVID shot?
Fuck no.
Okay. But if you didn't, you can't go to the baseball game. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I won't go to the baseball game. Did you vote for the fucking police to vote to defund the police? Where's your card? You got your fucking defund the police card?
That's a good point.
Let's go. Bring it out. Because that's what's going to happen soon. We're all going to need cards. France is going fucking crazy over the cards now. They're marching in the streets.
Oh, God.
For the fucking, they don't want them. The people, French people are crazy, but, they don't want the fucking, the COVID card over there. Because, now you're tracking everybody's movements. And that's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming, Dr. Fauci. It's fucking coming. Okay? So, you want to defund the police? We want to know that your number is on block to 911. Deal?
Well, if you have to have a COVID card, why should you have that?
That's my point.
Because you want to defund them, so don't call the police.
That's my point. So we're good with that.
Because you want to put people out of jobs, right?
Fuck the jobs. They don't want you doing police work.
Well, okay, right, okay. So when somebody rapes your kid, you deal.
Don't call me.
You deal with it, and if you hit the fucking guy, then we're gonna come arrest your ass.
Because he's actually with funding the police. Because most criminals are not with defunding the police. Yeah. Believe it or not. I'm a criminal,
and I've had my share.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I've committed.
You made mistakes.
Yes, I've done criminal acts.
Right.
Yes, and I'm not with defund the police.
I've only had.
I wish they'd let me go more often.
maybe you could put a word in. You know what I mean?
I can't pull out my fucking PBA card anymore. It doesn't work.
State Police just put out a bulletin. They put out a little press release for immediate release. It says, without naming names, but basically saying we're not welcomed in their state. I'm not kidding. I'm literally, it's not a joke. Illinois State Police put it out that they don't believe in our convoy by using some different words, but basically saying we're going to hold you accountable for slowing up our traffic if you come through here.
Not their supply.
I don't know yet what that means for us. We got a lot of logistical planning that we got to go through, but I think you all deserve to know that the state of Illinois basically told us, don't come here.
Don't give them any.
So I'm going to say this right now, and hopefully it's being live streamed all over the country. To the citizens of the state of Illinois, please let your state government know that you want us there. To the citizens, the truck drivers, the nurses, the teachers, and the police officers of the state of Illinois, remind them that they work for us.
One-day trial has come to an end.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of driving under the influence.
That defendant is 46-year-old Lisette Gonzalez. Although a verdict for Gonzalez's DUI charge has already been reached, her attorney makes a final plea to Judge Fred Schott.
Your Honor, there's not enough evidence presented for the jury to find the verdict that they did. They didn't do all the field sobriety examinations that should have been done.
During the trial, it was revealed that Gonzalez was never given a breathalyzer or had her blood drawn. Yet, arresting officer Michael Wagner recorded that she tested above the legal limit of .08 in his official report. Wagner claimed it was an honest mistake, but observed what he believed to be intoxication.
I respectfully ask that this court grant the judgment notwithstanding the verdict.
The attorney is asking the judge to use his power to overturn the jury's verdict and acquit the defendant. It's a move rarely seen in the courtroom.
All right. This isn't a purely circumstantial case. And so I'm going to deny the motion for JOA.
It looks like the case is closed, but Judge Schott has other business with Gonzalez.
Now, we have this other case for driving a license suspended.
2 months after her DUI arrest, Gonzalez was ticketed for driving with a suspended license. Problem is, the only reason her license was suspended was because of the inaccurate paperwork filed by Officer Wagner.
I want to be enlightened.
It was a mistake, admittedly, by Michael Wagner.
I know.
Testified to that today.
He caused her to have her driver's license suspended for at least a few months for nothing. So you're going to no process that case, or am I going to get mad at you today?
The judge is addressing prosecutor Diana Mears.
Perhaps you can get mad at me, Your Honor, but at this point...
Why wouldn't you... Wait a minute. Did you hear the uncontroverted testimony of this officer?
Your Honor.
Then I want you taking him up on perjury.
Your Honor.
Will you take him up for perjury?
He admitted it was a mistake, Your Honor.
No, but he lied. He lied on a sworn
Absolutely
citation.
not, Your Honor, and that is not true.
I'm dismissing. I am dismissing this charge. No, I'm dismissing the charge.
The judge has just dismissed the defendant's upcoming case, but he's not done yet.
This whole case was fishy, and I have no idea how they... You know what?
Their address on file.
You know what?
The state intends to amend
I'm granting.
and proceed on
I'm rescinding the sentence. I'm granting the JOA.
Judge Schott has just reversed his decision and acquitted the defendant on the spot.
So you're granting it because you don't agree with the state's decision on
I'm
the
granting the
other
JOA in fairness.
In fairness, because you don't like the state's decision today, Your Honor, on the case?
No, you're not. Now that I consider what Officer Wagner testified to and how many times he basically tripped over himself just to arrest this lady with no real probable cause. You're done. Motion, JOA is granted.
And you're not going to provide a written order on that?
No. You want to appeal me? Appeal me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The case should have never been done. Never.
Thank you for letting us know that, Your Honor.
The defendant, Lisette Gonzalez, walks out of the courtroom, free of all charges.
That's good. It's good for the judge.
The only law enforcement in Hancock, New York, doing this motorcycle rally. No other law enforcement is available, so it's our duty to run traffic control for the 2 hours in New York State.
Corey Rowland, Joseph Hanzik, and Jose Laredo. It's Texas Ranger James Hicks. Both Hanzik and Corey Rowland say their civil rights complaints to the Ranger were ignored.
That's who's supposed to police the police in Texas anyways.
Ranger Hicks, I'd like to ask you, why did you ignore complaints about abuse in the Nacogdoches County Jail? Under Texas law, Ranger Hicks simply could not ignore Jose Laredo's case. He died in the hospital, but he was still in custody. The family says the Ranger did interview them, and it began with an insult, saying he was surprised the kids were so educated.
He thought he was going to be able to brush us off, and maybe he expected us to be illegal Mexicans that weren't going to be able to ask a lot of questions.
Hicks completed a report, but won't let the family see it.
Honestly, there's a lot of racism in Nacogdoches, especially within the law enforcement.
And this year, the Laredo case went to a grand jury, and someone, we don't know who, was not indicted. Jose's children say District Attorney Andrew Jones didn't even bother to tell them their father's death was even being presented to a grand jury.
We'll never have closure if we don't know what happened.
The complaints about jail misconduct in Nacogdoches are mounting, but the same cast of characters in the sheriff's department have escaped court punishment because of what's called qualified immunity. And going to bat against the wall of secrecy in the news desert of East Texas gets you a chance to meet fellas like Robert Davis, who wants you to know, I lie for a living.
Well, unfortunately, I have to talk to a lot of people who I don't think are very ethical. I think what you're doing to keep people in the dark in Nacogdoches County is disgusting.
We know Judge Trunkale isn't happy the Hanzik jail video was leaked, but we hope this explains why a frustrated Joseph Hanzik wanted us to see the video of what happened to him, because it confirmed his story. We alone decided it was important to show it to you. Joseph should not be punished. Robert Davis, he did tell the judge the mysterious injection we saw that Hanzik got after he was put in that restraint chair was just a simple TB shot. He didn't explain the seizure we saw a minute later, why no ambulance was called. He wasn't.
You, sir, are a piece of filth.
See you again soon, Mr. Davis.
There's something it's something new I've been doing in this week. I started last week, the contents, you know. A lot of people like it. After that videos, you want to talk about it, Anna? You want to tell us the all about it after the videos?
Corey Rowland, Joseph Hanzik, and Jose Laredo. It's Texas Ranger James Hicks. Both Hanzik and Corey Rowland say their civil rights complaints to the Ranger were ignored.
That's who's supposed to police the police in Texas anyway.
Ranger Hicks, I'd like to ask you, why did you ignore complaints about abuse in the Nacogdoches County Jail? Under Texas law, Ranger Hicks simply could not ignore Jose Laredo's case. He died in the hospital, but he was still in custody. The family says the Ranger did interview them, and it began with an insult, saying he was surprised the kids were so educated.
He thought he was going to be able to brush us off. And maybe he expected us to be illegal Mexicans that weren't going to be able to ask a lot of questions.
Hicks completed a report, but won't let the family see it.
Honestly, there's a lot of racism in Nacogdoches, especially within the law enforcement.
And this year, the Laredo case went to a grand jury, and someone, we don't know who, was not indicted. Jose's children say District Attorney Andrew Jones didn't even bother to tell them their father's death was even being presented to a grand jury.
We'll never have closure if we don't know what happened.
The complaints about jail misconduct in Nacogdoches are mounting, but the same cast of characters in the sheriff's department have escaped court punishment because of what's called qualified immunity. And going to bat against the wall of secrecy in the news desert of East Texas gets you a chance to meet fellas like Robert Davis, who wants you to know, I lie for a living.
Well, unfortunately, I have to talk to a lot of people who I don't think are very ethical. I think what you're doing to keep people in the dark in Nacogdoches County is disgusting.
We know Judge Trunkale isn't happy the Hanzik jail video was leaked, but we hope this explains why a frustrated Joseph Hanzik wanted us to see the video of what happened to him, because it confirmed his story. We alone decided it was important to show it to you. Joseph should not be punished. Robert Davis, he did tell the judge the mysterious injection we saw that Hanzik got after he was put in that restraint chair was just a simple TB shot. He didn't explain the seizure we saw a minute later, why no ambulance was called.
He wasn't.
You, sir, are a piece of filth.
See you again soon, Mr. Davis.
Wow, very corrupt. Damn. Yeah, I know, lose you. I know.
Hey, hold on. Watch what y'all. Hey, don't be talking to them too much, yo. Don't be saying too much to them. These people don't care about what's going on down here. You don't gotta say nothing to them. They only want to come down here to see, oh, another little black dude got killed. They don't really care what's going on. They coming to try to talk to you. You a kid. Why y'all trying to talk to a kid?
Well, we aren't.
But you are. She's sitting here talking to her. She's a child, bro. So why is you trying to talk to her?
I'd love to talk to your frustration about what's going on.
Y'all don't care about what's going on. If y'all did, this wouldn't be happening every day. Y'all only come down here when it get this bad. Every time this shit happen every day, but we don't hear about it. Y'all don't talk about this every day. Y'all don't talk about this on the news. You only see what the fuck is the next best coffee shop. The next, who got the best fucking donuts. We don't care about that. People getting killed every day, and y'all don't care. What is y'all doing to help? What is y'all doing to help? What is y'all doing? Lady, what is y'all doing to help?
We're trying to get the killer of the story, of Michael.
How's you gonna get the killer? What is you gonna do to get him?
Well,
There's nothing that you can do. You trying to come down here and ask a child questions. You trying to get her to tell you who the killer is? Why don't you try to do something to help her grief, bro? Why don't you try to do something to help the community change, bro? What are you doing? What can you do to help? Sharing the story is not enough. It's 1,000 people like Michael. That happened to a lot of people. Y'all see the numbers. Y'all know the numbers more than me. We do. Y'all look at us like a statistic. We know y'all counting us. But what is y'all doing to help it? How are y'all preventing this?
I don't know.
Exactly. But you want to come down here and question the child, bro? That ain't cool. What news station you with?
We were Channel 19. We weren't questioning her. We were questioning her off camera.
No, bro, the camera.
Because we asked
whether
her
it was camera.
Let me
Go ahead.
We saw her in the back parking lot. We said, "Are you 18?" She goes, "No." But my auntie's in apartment number 8. She can talk about Michael. We went knocking on the door there.
And did you get an answer?
Yes, the auntie said.
Right. So if you got whatever from the auntie, how are you talking to her?
She'll come back.
But the auntie is not over here right now. She is. So why are you talking to her? But this is what I'm saying. She's the only one over here. Everything. Look. Ain't no disrespect. Listen, everything is all good. But this is my thing, bro. Our frustration come from y'all only come down here when it get this bad. It's never a way to prevent it. It's never a way to come down here and see what y'all can do to help us. There's so many stories. If y'all knew the living conditions of the people that stay here, y'all understand what's going on. Do you know how many people in here it's hard to even get a job? Do you know what's going on? Do you really know what's going on? You just a hamster on the wheel. Yeah, I know you don't. So it's just like, bro, please just give us some respect and not try to question the child, bro.
I've been rolling this whole time, sir, and would love to have. I can appreciate your frustration.
Hey, it's not even about being frustrated about this. It's about being frustrated of the conditions y'all got us in, bro. Nobody is coming down here to try to help. What did y'all do since he been out here? There's been nobody came out here to try to help.
We would like to talk to the mom.
Nah. We don't need no stories or none of that, bro. We don't. That's cool. Come on.
You're right, Sean. Both of them isn't wrong. Okay. How you doing, Anna? Welcome. Hello?
With my internet. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Okay, so let me pull up my little photo here. This is crazy because that week or month maybe I had been hunted by cops several times. The first time was I was sitting in a Quick Trip in the ghetto. I put my gun on my hip outside the waistband, exposed so anybody could see it. This is not the problem. It's just my adds to my anxiety that day that I was telling you about. So this bald ass motorcycle cop was sitting 2 stalls over at the Quick Trip just staring at me because he saw my gun, I'm guessing. I don't know. And so I started my car. He just sat there and stared at me the whole time I was pumping gas. So I went to start my car and pull out so that I could go, where's the camera? So I could go turn left and then turn right onto the main road in the gas station. He went all the way around, peeled out. You could hear, in the Quick Trip parking lot of his tires. Got to the point where he was going to be behind me if I turned right. Was You can go first. I could tell he was waiting for me. So then instead of pulling out onto the main road, I pulled into the air pumping station. And then he took off, and I saw him sitting there like on the sidewalk when I left. He didn't come hunt me after that, thankfully. But so I had that in my head. Then in the same similar kind of area, another TPD guy, Tucson Police Department, he was hunting me through neighborhoods. And I finally lost him and went to work. I was on my way to work at somebody's house, a patient's house. After I lost him, I went and parked at my patient's house. I went in, I was like, oh my gosh, this cop was just hunting me for no reason. So I had that going on. 2 cops freaking trying to hunt me. And then I'm going home, and I live out in a rural area. I really, really had to pee, and I didn't want to wait 10 minutes till I got home. So there's a trailhead with porta potties. So I was going to pull in there, but I saw a bunch of sheriff's deputies, Pima County Sheriff. And so I just kept going past down. It's probably like half a mile or less, maybe a quarter mile down the hill, parked there, and then hiked up, live streamed it, but I had Bluetooth in that made the audio shit. So I'm really bummed about that. But I got there, told them the deal. I had to pee. Didn't want to bother you guys too bad, but I'm going to go use those things. So I went and I peed, came back out, and this stupid bitch deputy, Lumia, I think. Let me see. Pull up her photo. Where is it? It looks like, oh, I can't see the first initial, but it looks like Lumia, or maybe the last one is an R. I can't fully see it. But I went through slow-mo today on the video to find her fucking name. I'm going to find it either way, depending on how whatever the spelling is. I'm going to make them find it for me. And I went, after I peed, I went to go ask them, what was going on and videotape it. And I was live streaming, and so there were some people watching with me. And she told me that I wasn't allowed to record the car that was stolen. There was a crashed car there. Obviously, somebody stole it and crashed it there. Not a big deal. Nobody's there. No bad guys are there. It's just me and the cops and this car. She told me I'm not allowed to record it because it's evidence. And then when I went to record it anyway, she starts walking in front of my camera. And this is after all those hunters after me. So I'm already like on edge. Thankfully, her sergeant corrected her, told her, no, it's her right to do it. I don't know who taught him, but thank goodness. She got butthurt. I got a cough. Excuse me. She got butthurt, and at some point left, went down the hill to my car, and parked behind it. And so then when I left there, I walked down. I didn't know she was down there. I thought she just took off. I got down there and saw her behind my car. And I'm not a criminal. I've never had any criminal record, period. And she's trying to intimidate me. She's obviously running my license plate. So as soon as I got down there, she starts to like peel out on the dirt. And I waved her down and made her stop. And I was being such a Karen. Like I don't like the way I acted that day, but I had so much anxiety from other stuff, and then it was really hard to deal with that. And she's trying to intimidate me, and she's obviously running my background. So I got in my car. I gave her a piece of my Karen mind, and then I drove back up to the sergeant and gave him a piece of my mind, and I was like crying because I was basically having an anxiety attack at that point. And he acted like whatever. He didn't even care, to be honest. I don't think he did. He said, yeah, you can come down and talk to me. I'll accept your complaint or whatever, but he doesn't give a shit. So today I finally got a bug up my ass, and I went through that video on slow-mo, and I found her name, and I'm going to go. I asked Reluctant Prophet. Huh?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So I asked
Good.
for Reluctant Prophet in a comment. I probably have his email somewhere, but I always forget people's emails. So I'm gonna see if maybe he and some of the other Tucson guys and maybe Girl with a Camera will come with me down there because I'm afraid to go by myself. But I think
Don't
if I
go
have,
alone. Always get somebody with you. Don't ever go alone. Don't.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get some people to come with me.
If
And
I was there close by, I go with you. But I don't drive.
yeah, well, that's sweet of you. I appreciate it.
No, you're welcome.
But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if she had her body cam.
Hello? I think your voice. I think Anna voices. Come back in. Come back out.
I've got bad connection, I guess. Can you hear me again?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
My hair is wild. Woo. I was up all night last night. I haven't slept yet.
I
But
could tell.
but I want to get the body cam. She had her phone in her hand too. I want to see if she was recording. I'm going to see if she checked my license plate, and I'm going to file a complaint. I'm going to check what her disciplinary record is. And I don't think that they'll release this, but I'm going to figure out what her shift
And
is.
body cam.
Yep, body cam too.
Yeah, that's what Sean was saying. Body cam. Always act for the body cam.
Yes. I'm going to get everything I can about her, and then I'm going to find out what shift she works, and I'm going to listen to all the freaking radio. I'm going to find out where she is. I'm going to record her every chance I get. If I am not busy doing something, I'm going to be on her ass, and not to be violent. I'm just going to embarrass her as much as I possibly can for the rest of her career. I'm now her Huckleberry. She's pissed off the wrong girl.
Wow.
I have no record. There's no reason for her to. Another thing is, when I was a nurse, the very first time I stood up to cops, I kind of got like PTSD because I was a nurse during COVID, and it was all a bunch of like gaslighting bullshit. And I had to deal with cops for so long one day, all by myself. And I stood up to them and I didn't let them handcuff my guy. He has Marfan, well, he's passed away now, but he had Marfan syndrome. He had brittle diabetic. He had like a memory span of about 5-10 seconds. And he would sometimes lash out, and his arms are like pterodactyl. Oh, you saw my arm? Look at my arm. I'm very flexible. But he had pterodactyl arm span. So if he lashed out, he could get anybody in the room pretty much. So he could hurt people if they're stupid. And so the cops hear that and they're automatically like, he's violent. He needs to be handcuffed. I'm like, no, you're not handcuffing my dude, bro. And I stood there for like 2.5 hours. That was my first time ever. So even though I've never had any arrests, I've never had them be violent against me, it's still like makes me have so much anxiety. But hopefully the guys will come with me down there. That's my story.
Well, at least you're brave.
I hope so. I hope so. I'm pissed.
If I was there,
huh?
I'll be in jail by now. I would kick the. I would say bad words because I got bad temper. I don't have no
me
patience.
Too. Me too.
Yeah, I guess I always said F this, F that. I'll be in jail right now. I don't know how you guys do that. You guys
I
have
don't do
brains.
it. I don't do it yet. This is gonna be my first time. I mean, on camera, because that one time
No,
I
I
had
mean
it on camera, but the audio was bad.
I don't know how you guys have patience. You, Wes, and everybody have patience. I don't. Not for me.
Yeah, I think probably the best thing is to remember that those type of people want and they thrive off of your anger.
Mm-hmm.
It's like their food. So if you make fun of them or act immature, act like a little child,
Mm-hmm.
and just mock them, they don't know what to do with it. That's the way I think of it. But in that moment, I couldn't. I acted irrational. I acted like a woman.
One thing I don't understand, they get all pissed off when they have a cell phone on their hand. Take a picture. They get mad.
Oh yeah.
And they have camera. They got cell phones too. Don't make even no sense at all. You know, it's like, oh my God, you know? They're afraid of a cell phone, and they have one, and they have a body cam, you know? It's amazing, you know? Very amazing.
Bad signal, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I'll probably hop off now, but thank you for
Okay.
letting me rant.
Okay, thank you for coming up.
Where's the camera? Big hugs.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Chris. That wasn't Sean. That was not story. That was good. Back to the videos.
Fourth, 2005, when almost all of New Orleans was underwater, bullets were flying over the Danziger Bridge. Responding to what they say was a distress call, 7 NOPD officers rode in this budget rental truck to the bridge that links Gentilly to New Orleans East and opened fire when they arrived at the scene. This is the only video ever taken of the incident. 6 people were shot, 2 killed, including 40-year-old Ronald Madison, a severely handicapped man who was unarmed. The cops maintained they were fired on and had to defend themselves. But the people shot and the families of those killed say the officers were out of control. Less than 1 year after the incident, then Orleans Parish District Attorney Eddie Jordan quietly opened up an investigation, trying to find out what really happened on this bridge. In December 2006, a grand jury indicted 7 NOPD officers on murder charges. The indictments prompted Jordan to say, "We cannot allow our police officers to shoot and kill our citizens without justification like rabid dogs."
Highly unprofessional, highly prejudicial, and highly undignified for a person in that position.
With hundreds of other officers showing support, the cops charged with murder, referred to now as the Danziger 7, turned themselves into authorities. Prosecutors say the men who opened fire on the bridge were Kenneth Bowen, Robert Gisevius, Ignatius Hills, Robert Barrios, Robert Falcon, Anthony Villavasso, and Michael Hunter. Supporters defended the officers.
Oh, Maria, how you doing? Hey, Chris, dude. Hey, Chris.
And people that know me, whether it's through the United States Attorney's Office, circuit judges, colleagues, people within office, they'll absolutely tell you that we've got a solid, positive track record.
And even these people who are high-ranking officials who have been called out by this letter and by the attorney for Trooper Comer, which we'll get to in a moment, saying that that's where they believe the problems lie, are within people who are on your team at the top. If those people at the team on the top with you were doing things that were nefarious.
Oh, they would be gone. I mean, I've got a track record of that as well. Yes, they would be gone.
Wow. Amazing.
Out of the homes and put them back in the home. That's our hope that we can do that. But they do have to be removed for a little while so the parents can get themselves back on track.
How
So
do you do that,
that's our
ma'am, when you
future.
have no foster
don't
you have
know.
no foster workers left in Davidson County? None.
I'm saying I was agreeing with you.
Yeah,
and we're
I know.
working
I
on that.
just it just breaks my heart.
We worked on getting them a bonus this year, but we don't know. We don't know how we're going to get them. I know I work with the foster care review boards, and I realize that we have the problem. I'm agreeing with you, not to get.
Oh, I know you are.
So
I'm not being critical. I just can't. It just blows my mind that our largest county has no foster care workers.
And everyone that's around me knows that I totally agree with you and that I worked real hard with Commissioner Nichols, and our committee worked to try and get them a bonus this year and they did ads to try and job fairs to try and get more people to come in. But you're right, we've got to give them more money because it's the most crucial job that we have in the state of Tennessee. Whether you like it or not, it's the most crucial because they're going to be our leaders someday. They're going to be the adult.
I'm not recording. That's my daughter.
Okay. Oh, it looks like you just scanned that.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm here. I want to see you guys. I actually emailed you several times and you didn't email me back. That's why I'm here. You and you. That's why I showed up. Nobody emailed me back. I have the emails.
Okay. So, but yeah, any observation of a class or volunteering does need.
You heard me say I have a 22-year-old, right? So I've been doing this for a very long time. He's at Morehouse actually, getting ready to graduate. I never have to call or.
You have to call, schedule an appointment, and the administrator has to be with you.
So you see, they didn't respond to my emails, but they're trying to get me out of the school when I'm trying to observe my daughter. Y'all see, right? So your secretary let me in, my pass, and y'all are here to make me leave? Because I'm here already. I've been here for 30 minutes.
Yes, so we're going to have to ask you to leave.
And I have to leave, why?
Again, to observe a class, you have to have permission from an administrator, an appointment, and an administrator has to be with you.
How about I called your teacher yesterday, and I told them I was coming. So I did let your staff know that I was coming, okay? So I don't know why they didn't let you know, but I let them know.
I'm here to observe or volunteer.
What do you mean? Now you said observe. I'm here to see my daughter. Where is she? She's gone now? But it's okay. I got what I want. She didn't respond to my email. She didn't respond to my
Destroyed and incarcerated individuals' food and items at State and Corruption Facility in Alabama. This is outrageous. Prime example of ADOC mistreatment. dogs destroyed and incarcerated individuals' food and items at state and corruption.
Oops, that's in the video already. Talking about that. Yeah, true.
In the entire country. In Wayne County alone, in the past 5 to 6 years, there have been 250 elected officials, union leaders, and different businessmen that have been arrested and charged and convicted of bribery and corruption of our public officials. It is insane how much they are getting away with in Michigan. I worked for a city for a long time, and that mayor actually is one of the ones who got charged, and he's now pled guilty to taking bribes and being corrupt, but it's everywhere. It's so bad here in Michigan, and people just don't realize how deep it goes. Even at the state level now this year, Democrats just changed it to where state agencies don't have to report back on how they spend the money that they're given. And we've also made it to where, directors of those agencies, they're able to get a fat severance payment, which essentially works as hush money, and they can sign a non-disclosure agreement, get a big stack of cash when they leave their position, and they're not allowed to talk about what they did. If you're working for taxpayers, you're working for the public, you shouldn't be signing an NDA. And you shouldn't be getting a big stack of cash on your way out the door after you sign it. It's not right. People have a right to know what you were doing when you were working for them. And this is just, really dissolving transparency in the state of Michigan. So I'm going to keep posting on this, but definitely pay attention to what's going on, even in your own city. I mean, it could be your mayor, it could be your city councilman, it could be your state rep, but people got to be vigilant.
Wow, interesting. Last video, then last video. It's a good thing for prayer.
Certain way if I ever encounter a racial attack or assault. But I also was very disheartened that it happened to me while I was working. And I really just wanted to make sure I acted appropriately so that I could keep my job, because the script could have been flipped at any time if I had retaliated.
Because first, you didn't think that she lived in the dorm. You really did wonder, is she okay? That was your first thing. And then she just started screaming. I understand she used the N-word over 33 times.
It was told to me that it was used over 200 times.
Over 200 times.
Because there's a 10-minute video.
Yeah, and we only saw a little part there. And Betsy, as her mother, at first, you did not want her to go public. You didn't want any of us to see that video. Why not?
Because I knew that it could go any way, how people respond to seeing the truth, that this is not an isolated incident. This is something that happens. It just so happens to be on camera. And I honestly just struggled with what it would look like and feel like to have that disruption in our lives.
Sophia Rosing's attorney says that she is, Kyla, humiliated, embarrassed, and remorseful by this incident. What do you say to that?
I say that there is an opportunity for growth in this situation.
And I also say that this is an opportunity for not just her to grow and educate herself, but people who might have acted similarly or think similarly to her.
Are you surprised you haven't heard directly from her yet? An apology? I mean, coming by the next day even to find out how you are.
It hurts, but I'm not surprised.
How has it changed you? I'm not even going to say has it changed you. I know I would assume it's changed you. Yeah. How has it changed you?
It's changed my outlook on how often that situations like this happen. Obviously, I've seen things like this in the news and I've heard about it. But you never really know how common of an occurrence it is until it happens to you. So it was a little bit of an eye-opening moment for me to like wake up and really realize what's happening in our country to young children of color, to people of color.
Very amazing. Guys, I'm still here. Okay. You guys know, okay. You guys know what is the 15th most corrupt state in the United States? Anybody knows what the 50 most corrupt state in the United States? Nope. New York. New York is first. New York, California. Hold on. Yep, it's new. One minute, I only a Coke. Mississippi too, hold on. Wait a minute. I gotta find the article, hold on. Yeah, it's true, Sean. Yep. Man. Oh, I didn't send it. Okay. Okay. I got it. Fifteen most corrupt states in America that should know. Okay? New York is 1. California is 2. Illinois 3. Florida 4. Pennsylvania 5. Texas 6. Ohio 7. New Jersey 8. Louisiana is 9. Virginia is 10. Tennessee is 11. Georgia is 12. Atlantic is 13. Michigan 14. And Connecticut is 15. New York State speed in history and performance. Yep. That's that. What do you guys think? I think it's not. I think to me it's wrong. I think it's Michigan. Detroit is the worst crime. Detroit. Because New York used to us have crimes, but now it's probably it's no crime that much. That's good. Well, yeah, but Detroit have more crimes too. Though, Detroit. Detroit is a whole nother state because Detroit is grew up too. You remember Detroit have almost 120 election. You remember a few years back ago that Marriott stole the money and they were bankrupt. You remember this? The Detroit used to was automobile industry, not anymore. They have a little crime. They have a little. They have a crime, but This is New York and California on first and second place. Well, guys, that's all the topic I have. You guys, thank you for listening to me. I'll be back more tomorrow with Red Side. And Anna, thanks for coming up. Let me know the update, please. You guys, you take it easy. You have a nice day. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Peace out. Don't forget to film the cops. Bye-bye.